Channel. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you guys on how to make this beautiful pinafore dress. And if you are new to my channel, you're welcome. If you're my new subscriber, you're welcome back. Please make sure you click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so as to get notified once I upload a new video. In today's tutorial, I'll be needing our tape rule, a marker pen, and color fabric, pattern paper, a pair of scissors, and our master ruler. So now I've go ahead to fold my pattern paper into two, and I've also ruled out the skirt length and the shoulder line and the length of this top. And then I'll divide my shoulder measurement divided by 2 minus 1. So my measurement is 8 and I'll minus 1, which is 7. So I'm marking 7 inches. Just divide your shoulder measurement divided by 2 and minus 1 from it. Then I'm stepping down by 1 inch to create our shoulder slope. So now after the shoulder slope, I just divide my waist measurement divided by 2, and what I get, I divide it by 2 again. And I'm just going to connect it to the shoulder. From that my waist measurement, I'll connect it all the way to the shoulder line, like so. And after that, I'm just going ahead to take my depth and my neck width. So the neck width I'll be using for this is 3 inches. And the neck depth I'll be using for this, depending on how high or how low you want it to be. But as for me, I'll be working with the width of 3.5 and the depth of 4 inches. Sorry, the width of 3 and the depth of 4. So I'm just going to trace out the neckline. So this is the neckline. I'm just going ahead to cut it out. So this is what I'm having, and I'll be using the front to cut the back. And the back we have a slight difference from the front. The back is going to have the back neckline will be higher than the front neckline, and after that everything is the same. So after cutting the front and the back, I'll keep it aside and work with the straight skirt or the down part of this dress. I'm also going ahead to remove all my pins. Remember to secure it with a pin before cutting it out. So now I'm going to just label the back line, the back pattern as well, and keep it aside to work with the down part of this dress. So this is the down part of the dress, and I've just go ahead to take out the 16 inches length I did for the top, and then I'll just mark the remaining measurement after I took out the length. So now I'm just going to take my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 3.5. I'm just going to take that 3.5 all the way up. And the main reason why I'm measuring this 3.5 is just to create a slant, a opening. If you look at the picture very well, you'll see that it has an opening at the right or the left side, depending on what you want. And after that, I'm just going to take my waist measurement divided by 2, and then I'll add 1.5 inch for the sewing allowance. And then I'll take my shoulder to my hip measurement, which is 9 inches. And as from that 9 inches, I'm going to take my hip measurement plus 1.5 seam allowance. And at the down part of this dress, I'll be taking I'll minus 1 inches from my hip measurement for the down part of the dress, so that it will become a pencil dress. So now I've finished joining all the points together, and this is what I'm having at the end of the day. I'm just labeling it the front skirt, I'm going to cut this out now, and I'm just going to use the front to cut the back. You can decide where you want the slit to be. It can be on your right or on your left side of the skirt, depending on where you want your slant to be. And as for the back part of this skirt, I'll be adding a zipper at it. So that's the only difference between the front skirt and the back skirt. I'm just going to write the back, keep it aside, and I'm just going to slash through the skirt for the opening, and I'll keep it aside to cut the fabric. Now I'll finish cutting the fabric, and I'm having two for the front. One will be for my lining and one will be for the actual fabric. I did the same thing for the back, one for the lining and one for the actual fabric. And the next thing we'll be doing is to firstly go and join the neckline. We'll go and join the neckline. So now I've finished joining the neckline and I've also pressed it down. I also make sure I top sheet it. I did the same thing for the back as well. And the next thing we are going to be doing is to join the shoulder part invisible. So to join it invisible, you place the front side facing each other like so. And then I'm just going to go in with my clips and start from the middle all the way to the edge. When I finish, I'll go with my sewing machine and join the shoulder. I've finished joining the shoulder. You can see it is not visible outside or anywhere. You cannot see the stitching. And the next thing we are going to be doing is to stitch the side seam, is to turn the side seam as well. So to do that, you are going to flip to the wrong side of the fabric, and I'm just going to firstly join the zipper space like this center back. You know, it is not folded, so I cut it into two. So I'm just going to start the joining from there all the way to the sides. The side, I won't be turning the down part. You won't turn the down part, just the side and the zipper side as well. To my sewing machine and stitch. I finished sewing everything and this is what I'm left with. Now I'm going to take a strap of my waist divided by 2 plus 1.5 inches sewing allowance. So this is the strap. And I'm going to use this strap to sandwich the front and the back dress. So this is what I mean by sandwiching. Firstly, I notch the center of the straps and center of the top. So now this is how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to join the front side like this to cover up the sewing. So I'm going to take it to my machine down and stitch it down. So this is what I mean by sandwiching it. You can see it's looking amazing on the outside and the sewing is not showing. So I've also go ahead to do the same thing for the back. I'm going to keep them aside and work with the down part, which is the skirt. So this is the skirt, and the first thing I'm going to be doing is to join the slits together, like the opening. And I've finished joining it together. I've finished joining it together, and I've created the opening as well. So now I'm going to be attaching the skirt to the top like this. I'm also going to sandwich this. The sewing will be showing, so I'm going to use the other one to, seal the sewing up. I'm just going to use it to seal it up. So this is what I'm having at the end of the day. And the next thing I'm going to be doing is just to take my waist and my hip measurement. So I finished taking my waist and hip measurement and I've also sew it. And now I'm going to be creating a back loop for the back of this dress. And this is quite optional. You can use your fabric to create the loops. And if you want to make your own just the way I'm doing it, it's okay as well. So I'm just going to create a hole using my scissors because my hole puncher was not working at this point. So you want to make a hole that will be able to fit in the ring, not too big and not too small, just to be able to fit in the ring. And I'm going to go in with the plier to press it, to give it a pressing, sorry, like to just use it to press it and give it a hook to stock it, if that makes sense. So this is the final look and I'm going to create all of this on my fabric for the right and the left side. So I finished creating the loops like this, and then I'm going to go in with my straps. So I've fixed in my straps and this is how the back is looking very beautiful and nice. So we've come to the end of this tutorial. If you really enjoyed this video, please make sure you give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell so as to get notified anytime I'm uploading a new video. And I'll see you in my next video. Have a wonderful week. Bye bye.